Imagine a sudden accident or an unexpected illness that sends you or a loved one rushing to the emergency room. In that moment, your only thought is getting immediate care. But as the crisis passes, a different concern often arises. Will my insurance cover this emergency visit? It is a question that can bring a lot of worry. The straightforward answer is yes. Insurance can deny an emergency room claim. However, it is crucial to understand that federal and state laws, like the Prudent Layperson Standard and the No Surprises Act, offer significant protections against unfair denials for true medical emergencies. This means that while denials can happen, they are often challengeable if you genuinely believed your condition was an emergency. The primary reason an insurance company might deny an emergency claim revolves around whether the visit was truly a medical emergency. The Prudent Layperson Standard is a key protection here. It states that an emergency medical condition is one where a reasonable person, possessing average knowledge of health and medicine, could expect that the absence of immediate medical attention would result in serious jeopardy to their health, serious impairment to bodily functions, or serious dysfunction of any bodily organ or part. If your insurance company decides your condition did not meet this standard, they might deny the claim. Another factor is often a billing or coding error from the hospital, or sometimes the claim might be out of network. Before January 1, 2022, out-of-network emergency care could lead to huge surprise bills. However, the No Surprises Act now protects you from these unexpected charges. Even with these protections, insurance companies sometimes initially deny claims, particularly if the provided medical documentation does not clearly support an emergency diagnosis, or if they believe the service could have been handled at an urgent care clinic or doctor's office. Remember, their evaluation is often based on the diagnosis given after you receive care, rather than your initial symptoms. For example, if you go to the emergency room with severe chest pain but are later diagnosed with heartburn, the insurance company might argue it was not an emergency, even though your symptoms genuinely scared you. Your location, such as whether you are in your home state or traveling, generally does not affect coverage for an emergency, as these are typically covered wherever they occur within the United States. So what can you do if your emergency room claim is denied? First, carefully review the explanation of benefits, or EOB, from your insurance company. This document explains why the claim was denied. Next, gather all your medical records related to that emergency visit. Contact your insurance company to understand the denial reason more thoroughly. Then, you have the right to appeal the decision. Start with an internal appeal directly with your insurer, and if that is unsuccessful, you can often pursue an external appeal with an independent third party. Understanding the Prudent Layperson Standard is your secret weapon. It shifts the focus from the final diagnosis to your initial symptoms and what a reasonable person would have believed at the time. This standard is enshrined in the Affordable Care Act, or ACA, and applies to most private health insurance plans. Additionally, the No Surprises Act protects you from balance billing for emergency services from out-of-network providers or facilities, meaning you are only responsible for your in-network cost sharing, like co-payments or deductibles, even if the provider is outside your plan's network. This is a huge safeguard, preventing you from being caught in billing disputes between your insurer and the emergency facility. Ultimately, navigating emergency room claims requires a proactive approach. Knowing your rights under laws like the Prudent Layperson Standard and the No Surprises Act empowers you to challenge denials effectively. Keep detailed records, understand your policy, and be ready to appeal if a claim is unfairly rejected. This diligence ensures you receive the emergency care you need without the added stress of unexpected financial burdens, securing your peace of mind when it matters most.